Carl Sandburg observed, "Nothing happens unless first a dream."
As the years go by.
What does matter is how you prepare for, embrace, and handle what your life will bring.
On thy noble way, may the one.
For we will only discover our hidden character by challenging ourselves and by deciding to push ourselves beyond our comfort zones.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening and welcome. I'm Danny Guillory, the principal of Covington High School, and on behalf of the members of the Covington High class of 2009 and the faculty and staff, we welcome you to celebrate Covington High's 96th commencement exercise. And this is a very large one. This is by far our largest graduating class in a long, long time, and we're very proud of them. We ask that you respect the wishes of our graduates in keeping our ceremony a formal event. We ask that air horns not be used and that our speakers may be given the opportunity to be heard by all. At this time, I ask that you please silence your cell phone. Thank you. We appreciate your respect and your cooperation. I am honored to present to you the chairperson of our commencement, Miss Lauren Pennington, the president of the Covington High School class of 2009.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of colors by the Covington High School Navy Junior ROTC. Remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, led by Mr. Cedric Bridges, accompanied by the Covington High School Concert Band, to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, led by honor graduate Rachel Smith. We ask that you join us in the singing of our national anthem. The words are printed in our program.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the invocation to be led by honor graduate Brady King.
Please bow your head. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the many blessings you have bestowed upon us. We also thank you for guiding us through these last 4 years and for the friendships and memories we have made. God, help us as we go our separate ways, that we will follow you in all that we do, and that we will live our lives according to your good and perfect will. I also pray that you will watch over and protect us, and that we will honor you throughout our lives. and that we will remember that whatever challenges we may face in the years to come, we can do all things through you who strengthen us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated. Parents, friends, and Covington High faculty, tonight I'm very proud of the young men and women gathered here for this last official meeting of the class of 2009. I'd like to thank you, parents, for your encouragement, dedication, and commitment has helped your graduate to achieve this important milestone. I am very proud of this graduating class, and you will soon see we have many accomplishments to recognize tonight. At this time, I'd like to recognize important platform guests who are here with us tonight. We have several St. Tammany Parish School Board members who are here to honor our graduates. Please help me welcome them as I call their name and ask them to stand to be recognized. They are Mr. Mike Derman, Mrs. Beth Heinz, and Mr. Jack Loop. I would like to have other distinguished guests stand and be recognized. We are honored to have with us tonight Mrs. Gail Sloan, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Trey Fost, Deputy Superintendent, Mrs. Cheryl Araby, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, and Mr. Pete Jabbia, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. In addition, we have invited guests who have the distinction of being a member on Covington High's advisory councils. Our ambassador council members, comprised of community and faculty members, have the important role of supporting student programs and linking the school and the community. Our Voices of Inspiration members, comprised of feeder school principals and clergy from our communities, have the important role of connecting schools, communities, churches, and parents in a way that supports and encourages learning for all students. Some members are seated on the floor and others are seated in the audience to my right. At this time, I ask that these special guests stand to be recognized. Thank you. Senior Class President Lauren Pennington will now present the President's Address.
Our class has always known this night would come, and whether our parents, our teachers, or even we are ready for it, it's here. Thanks to the teachers, faculty, and staff of Covington High, who we have grown to love, and to our parents who have always been there for us and always will be. Their hard work and our hard work has made it this far. Our class motto tells us, our past is behind us, our future is before us, and our memories are forever with us. We take 4 years of memories with us. Memories of dances, cramming for tests, late nights, football games, and just hanging out with that special group of friends. Over the past 4 years, we have not only changed individually, but also changed as a class. We have grown closer and learned so much about each other and ourselves. So what makes our class unique? As a class, we were defined by our school spirit. We were the first CHS freshman class to attend a sunrise breakfast. We were, for 4 years straight, in the championship game for Powder Puff, starting our freshman year out with a win and ending our senior year with a win. We were the first class to enjoy a senior barbecue. We respected and kept alive the traditions of Covington High School that everyone loves while making new traditions of our own. Most importantly, We set an example for the underclassmen and raised the expectations for the senior classes in the years to come. We have always been a very diverse class, yet Mr. Guillory described us as remarkable for our resilience and unity. Our resilience and unity have led us to this gratifying moment tonight. As we, the class of 2009, sit here and watch our high school career fade into the background, let us remember the good times and learn from the bad ones. Now is the time to set our goals high and accomplish all that we can. As we prepare to be the parents, the teachers, the entrepreneurs, and the men and women of tomorrow, we must always remember our roots. 30 years from now, our class will open our time capsule, and it will be items to remind of us our time here at CHS. Class of 2009, we should still be proud of our roots. As a good friend once explained to me, we are a lot like trees. We will grow and our limbs will shape differently. Our bark will be different colors, even different textures. Each tree will be its own and there will be none identical to it. But the one thing that will never change and that we all share is our roots. Our roots make us who we are. These roots will forever be stained blue and gold. Thank you. At this time, I ask honor graduate Margot Hoagland to come forward and recognize those students who have earned the status of honor graduate.
We would like to recognize those 2009 graduates who have earned the status of honor graduate. These graduates have earned this honor by achieving a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher for their entire high school career. These students are noted in our program and are distinguished by wearing a gold honor stole. I ask the honor students and their parents to stand and remain standing until all names are called. They are to be called in alphabetical order. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Ashley Adams, Ariel Aguilard, Marissa Alvaro, Patrick Amy, Stephanie Best, Jeffrey Brown, Jillian Brown, Brett Brule, Colt Brule, Blake Brubacher, Ashley Crumity, Sierra Crump, Jamiria Cyprian, Emily Dahl, Alan Didier, Miranda Doherty, Samantha Dufresne, Kaylee Fungi, Katie Fitzmaurice, Jennifer Fitzsimons, Mariah Frazier, Jesse Fry, Molly Fusel, David Gambino, Brittany Godet, Tiffany Godet, Jennifer Gilhouse, Christine Grunder, Matthew Haskins, Megan Hefty, Carrie Heidemann, Matthew Hernandez, Margot Hoagland, George Hortzman, Jessica Jenkins, Lauren Jenkins, Aaron Kennedy, Bailey King, Brady King, Jessica Krebs, Joseph Landry, Corey Lido, Kristen Lopez, Cody Lozier, Tabitha Majesty, Mary Marone, Leslie McDonald, Danielle McMaster, Allie McPherson, Jessica Miller, Caitlin Monroe, Corinne Monroe, Casey Moser, Lauren Pennington, Thomas Peters, Sarah Plum, Stephanie Rayborn, Marguerite Robert, Gabrielle Sasem, Lacey Sharp, Delia Sitnick, Emily Smith, Rachel Smith, Sheila Saunier, Lisa Stanga, Diana Stanley, Megan Thigpen, Dexter Van, Aaron Waltrip, Jennifer Watkins, Max Welch, and Brittany Young. We applaud each of you for your commitment and dedication to your studies and congratulate you on your academic achievement. Thank you. You may be seated. Honor graduate Caitlin Monroe will now present the Honor Graduate's Address.
Good evening, classmates, faculty, family, and friends. It seems just yesterday that we started our high school careers as meek 8th graders roaming the halls of Covington High with wide eyes and big dreams, dreams that started long before that. As little kids, we dreamt of becoming firefighters and ballerinas. We dreamt of summers coming, of classes ending, and of high school beginning. However, I don't believe that any of us could have envisioned what awaited us when we finally got to Covington High School. Cocky and pompous, we had visions of grandeur. However, when we arrived at CHS, we sat on the worst side of the gym for pep rallies, and we were stuck in the heat outside of the cafeteria as the seniors before us clogged up the lines. From that point on, we dreamt of nothing else but senior year. Finally, our senior year arrived. Once again, we were the big dogs. We were no longer stuck in the lunch line for 15 minutes, but skipped right to the front. We flaunted our golden IDs as the underclassmen looked at us with envious eyes. And during the course of our senior year, we dreamt of this day. Years ago, the poet Carl Sandburg observed, "Nothing happens unless first a dream." Our graduation day would have never happened had we not first dreamt of it and then persevered to make that dream come true. Tonight, we retire our senior bleachers and our golden IDs. We prepare to leave our home of 4 years. No longer will we be walking the halls of Covington High. No longer will we be enjoying the senior perks which we waited so long to exploit. We leave behind the chance of Football Friday and the crumbs from Chicken Ship Day. But most importantly, we leave behind a part of ourselves, and the dreams that we dreamt at CHS will become memories that will live forever. While the doors of Covington High School close behind us, bigger and brighter doors open before us. From now on, we walk our separate paths in the real world. Some of us will be navigating a new college campus as freshmen once again. And the rest of us will be pounding the pavement in the work world, starting new careers and working our way up to bigger and better opportunities. Soon, the dreams of our childhood will no longer be dreams, but realities. A wise nun, the Mother Abbess in the movie The Sound of Music, once sang, "Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream." Class of 2009, no mountain is too high, no stream is too wide, and no rainbow is too far. Climb, ford, follow, and fulfill your dream. Thank you.
At this time, I have the pleasure of recognizing those graduates who are graduating with the distinction of Best in Class. These individuals have achieved this honor by graduating in the top 5% of their class based on quality points. Each has also contributed much to Covington High School with their leadership and involvement in school activities. Would these students walk to the front of the stage when I call your name and with their parents, please stand in the audience to be recognized. Caitlin Elise Monroe, daughter of Brad and Charlene Monroe. Caitlin plans to attend Spring Hill College to pursue a career in biochemistry and medicine. Megan Albright Hefty, daughter of Eric and Dawn Cox Hefty. Megan plans to attend Converse College to pursue a career in vocal performance and theater. Jennifer Margaret Watkins, daughter of Debbie Watkins. Jennifer plans to attend University of Louisiana at Monroe to pursue a career in toxicology. Margot Marie Hoagland, daughter of Steve and Darlene Hoagland. Margot plans to attend Rhodes College to pursue a career in anthropology and archaeology. Max Alexander Welch, son of Bruce and Joanne Welch. Max plans to attend Loyola University to pursue a career in music composition and mathematics. Jeffrey Daniel Brown, son of Laura Schlossheimer and Michael Brown. Jeffrey plans to attend Louisiana State University to pursue a career in electrical engineering. Casey Sloan Moser, daughter of Lisa Russmeyer and John Moser. Casey plans to attend Muhlenberg College to pursue a career in theater and business. Brady Dwight King, son of Bobby and Denise King. Brady plans to pursue a career in engineering. Emily Catherine Smith, daughter of Henry and Sharon Smith. Emily plans to attend Louisiana State University to pursue a career in dental hygiene. Rachel Ann Smith, daughter of Deborah Berger and Dr. James Smith III. Rachel plans to attend Rhodes College to pursue a career in economics and mathematics. Tiffany Lynn Goday, daughter of James and Cheryl Goday. Tiffany plans to attend Southeastern Louisiana University to pursue a career in finance and accounting. Corinne Alyssa Monroe, daughter of Brad and Charlene Monroe. Corinne plans to attend Louisiana College to pursue a career in psychology. Matthew Edwin Haskins, son of Walter and Margaret Haskins. Matthew plans to attend Louisiana Scholars College at Northwestern State University to pursue a career in biology and medicine. Carrie Elizabeth Heidemann, daughter of Walter Heidemann. Carrie plans to attend Tulane University to pursue a career in art therapy. Lauren Elizabeth Jenkins, daughter of Huey and Suzanne Jenkins. Lauren plans to attend Louisiana State University to pursue a career in political science and law. Joseph Zachary Landry, son of Dave and Terry Landry. Joseph plans to attend Louisiana State University to pursue a career in political science and law. Jessica Lynn Miller, daughter of Kevin and Jeanette Miller. Jessica plans to attend Louisiana State University to pursue a career in biological sciences and medicine. Sierra Nicole Crump, daughter of Wanda Crump and Leroy Crump Jr. Sierra plans to attend Louisiana State University to pursue a career in mass communications. Stephanie Rosalie Raybarn, daughter of Wayne and Karen Raybarn. Stephanie plans to attend Northwestern State University to pursue a career in vocal music education. We are so very proud of your accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the best in class for 2009. Thank you. You may be seated. Y'all go that way. At this time, I take great pleasure in recognizing a graduate for a very special recognition. When I call this student's name, I'd like him to come to the stage to receive an award for his outstanding recognition. I would like his parents to stand and be recognized as well. I am very proud to recognize Covington High's National Merit Finalist, Max Welch. Max, congratulations. Max. Max, congratulations for meeting the high standards of this distinguished recognition. Honor graduate Jennifer Watkins will now recognize those students who are eligible for post-secondary dual enroll or articulated credit.
These students are noted on the program and are wearing orange cords. A group of graduates have excelled in not only completing their high school requirements, but are eligible to receive dual enrolled or articulated college credit to various post-secondary institutions. This was accomplished by completing an industry-based certification, meeting the rigorous standards of an advanced placement course, or receiving credit by completing college coursework. At this time, would those students receiving dual enrolled or articulated credit please stand to be recognized? Congratulations to each of you for mastering the rigorous standards and receiving post-secondary credit. As you can see, many of our graduating class have a head start to their post-secondary studies. Thank you. You may be seated. Honor graduate Lauren Jenkins will now recognize those students who received an industry-based certification.
A group of graduates have earned a national or state industry-based certification. This is accomplished by taking career technical coursework and passing rigorous industry-based assessments. These students are noted on the program and are wearing one of the several colored cords to indicate the certification area. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized and remain standing until all names have been called. They are to be called in order by certification. In our health science cluster, earning EMT certification, Joshua Craddock, Randy Moore, Bradley Peck. Earning certified nursing assistant certification, Ariel Aguilard, Kimberly Alexander, Marissa Alvaro, Mary Bivens, Jessica Bridges, Alicia Cusio, Megan DuPont, Kaylee Fungi, LaShawna Harrison, Mary Marone, Jessica Miller, Kristen Miller, Caitlin Monroe, Jessica Moreno, Jennifer Roan, Sarah Sasso, Lisa Stanga, Whitney Treadwell, Sharnae Vick. Earning pharmacy technician certification, Ariel Aguilard, Marissa Alvaro, Alicia Cusio, Jamaria Cyprian, Molly Fusel, Brittany Goday, Ariane Jenkins, Ashley Jenkins, Mary Maroon, Samantha McLean, Caitlin Monroe, Sarah Plum, Lisa Stanga, James Wells, Brittany Young. Earning certification as a first responder, Jessica Bridges, Quinice Chapman, Joshua Craddock, Ashton Duncan, Megan DuPont, Heather Dutrich, Kaylee Fungi, Jillian Frazier, Molly Fusel, Brock Giovinco, Julian Gordon, LaShawna Harrison, Caitlin Hunt, Aaron Kennedy, Shamika May, Jessica Miller, Kristen Miller, Randy Moore, Sydney Moran, Jessica Moreno, Justin Ullman, Blake Pellegrin, Rebecca Pareto, Melissa Probst, Corey Ricks, Jennifer Roan, Rafael Salcedo, Marcy Schaefer, Jillian Sinez, Laura Thompson, Christina Trigg, James Wells. In our hospitality and tourism cluster, for our ProStart culinary program, Tabitha Majesty, Lacey Sharp, Lindy Walpole. In our information technology cluster, earning Microsoft Office Specialist certification, Christine Grunder, Margot Hoagland, Jessica Krebs, Tabitha Majesty, Mary Maroon, Matthew McCormick, Leslie McDonald, Kimberly Rollins, Jessica Shackley, Rachel Smith, Chelsea Whitehead. Earning IC3 certification, Robert Bellany, Joseph Landry, Matthew McCormick, Caleb Ola, Michael Rusi. Earning certification in Cisco IT Essentials, Robert Bellany, Jeffrey Brown, Gloria Darby, Alan Didier, Logan Hunt, Joseph Landry, Matthew McCormick, Caleb Ola, Blake Pellegrin, Josh Reeson, Michael Rusi, Christian Thompson, Max Welch. Earning certification in Cisco CCNA, Robert Bellany, Corey Bollmeyer, Josh Reeson, Michael Rusi. In our architecture and construction cluster, for our carpentries program with NCCER certification, Sean Burns, Brett Cox, Jean Faget, Timothy Falgo, Rance Fry, Corey Galloway, David Gray, Evan Heinz, Nicholas Krubrick, Richard Otto, Jules Sagne, Matthew Taylor. In our transportation cluster for our automotive program with ASE certification, Sean Gansarsik. Education and training cluster in our students teaching and reaching, known as our STAR program, Katie Fitzmaurice, Christine Grunder, Mark Johnson, and Taylor Wissner. Congratulations to each of you for mastering the rigorous industry standards and receiving your certification. Thank you. You may be seated. Honor graduate Jeffrey Brown will now recognize those students who are eligible to receive a career technical diploma endorsement.
We would like to recognize at this time those students who have earned the Career Technical Diploma endorsement. These graduates will receive a special seal of endorsement on their diploma for having successfully met additional requirements set by the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education. In addition to completing their area of concentration and earning either an industry-based certification or post-secondary credit, these students also completed 90 hours of a work-based internship or produce a product within their senior project and met state guidelines for TOPS, ACT, GEE, and GPA requirements. These students are noted on the program and are wearing bright gold cords. I'm going to ask these students to stand when I call your name and remain standing until all names are called. They are to be called in alphabetical order. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Ariel Aguilar, Kimberly Alexander, Leslie Bear, Robert Bellany, Jeffrey Brown, Blake Brule, Brett Brule, Ashley Crumity, Sierra Crump, Alicia Cusio, Jamaria Cyprian, Emily Dahl, Alan Didier, Kaylee Fungi, Katie Fitzmaurice, Lafreda Garrett, Brittany Godet, Tiffany Godet, Christine Grunder, Margot Hoglin, Logan Hunt, Elena Jacobs, Jessica Jenkins, Joseph Landry, Hannah Levine, Megan Lopez, Tabitha Majesty, Mary Marone, Matthew McCormick, Danielle McMaster, Jessica Miller, Kristen Miller, Caitlin Monroe, Blake Pellegrin, Sarah Plum, Joshua Reeson, Brittany Reeves, Corey Ricks, Kimberly Rollins, Michael Rusi, Sarah Sasso, Gabrielle Sessom, Lacey Sharp, Kenneth Smith, Marie Smith, Diana Stanley, Molly Taylor, Christian Thompson, Stephen Wagner, and Chelsea Whitehead. Congratulations to these students for meeting the standards to earn a Career Technical Diploma endorsement. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, honor graduate Casey Moser will now recognize those students who have met the requirements to receive an academic diploma endorsement.
Several students received the academic diploma endorsement. These students met state guidelines for TOPS, ACT, GEE, and GPA. Each met additional requirements by earning either college credit or obtaining advanced placement credit, or by completing a senior project under the guidance of a community mentor and demonstrating a presentation which included a product. These students are noted on the program and are wearing light blue cords. I'm going to ask the students to stand when I call your name and remain standing until all names have been called. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Acquiring 3 hours of college credit, Blake Brubacher, Alicia Kuso, Emily Dahl, Joshua Fontan, David Gambino, Matthew Hernandez, Margot Hoagland, Jordan Keefe, Brady King, Jessica Miller, Joseph Landry, Kristen Lopez, Cody Lozier, Leslie McDonald, Jessica Miller, Sarah Plum, Stephanie Rayborn, Marguerite Robert, Mandy Rushing, Jessica Shockley, Emily Smith, Brittany Young. Obtaining a Carnegie unit in an AP course with a score of 3 or higher, Jillian Brown, Sierra Crump, Mariah Frazier, Carrie Heidelman, Margot Hoagland, Lauren Jenkins, Casey Moser, Rachel Smith, Laura Thompson, Jennifer Watkins, Max Welch. Completing a senior project with a product, David Gambino, Christine Grunder, Logan Hunt, Tabitha Majesty, Mary Marone, and Max Welch. Congratulations to these students for meeting the additional state requirements and standards and earning this academic diploma endorsement. Thank you. At this time, honor graduate Max Welch will recognize those students who have earned scholarships.
Many members of the class of 2009 have received scholarships. Graduates, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all names are called. Patrick Amy, Christopher Arnold, Kayla Bobeth, Luke Bodian, Sarah Berardi, John Brode, Jeffrey Brown, Jillian Brown, Blake Brubacher, Christopher Callahan, Armand Candelora, Ashley Crumity, Sierra Crump, Emily Dahl, Alan Didier, Lesvin Deming, Samantha Dufresne, Katie Fitzmaurice, Kendra Flaming, Mariah Frazier, Sean Gansarsic, David Gambino, Aaron Garfield, Christine Grunder, Matthew Haskins, Megan Hefty, Carrie Heidemann, Margot Hoagland, Lauren Jenkins, Cole Johnson, Aaron Kennedy, Jordan Keefe, Bailey King, Brady King, Joseph Landry, Megan Lopez, Tabitha Majesty, Mary Marone, Matthew McCormick, Leslie McDonald, Brad McIntyre, Jessica Miller, Casey Moser, Caitlin Monroe, Corinne Monroe, Rachel Moss, Lauren Pennington, Stephanie Rayborn, Mandy Rushing, Jessica Shockley, Emily Smith, Rachel Smith, Joshua Stampley, Latricia Stormer, Stephen Wagner, Jennifer Watkins, Max Welch, and Brittany Young. With the additional projected TOPS award, these scholarships total right at $4.5 million awarded to the Covington High School class of 2009. We are honored to have Mr. Trey Folse, Deputy Superintendent, who will now present two very special scholarships.
Good evening. Tonight is my pleasure to present the Leonard P. Montleon Scholarship. This scholarship carries the name of a man who served in education for 35 years, was the superintendent of our school system for almost 10 years. It was known well throughout the community as a leader and an educator known for his hard work and dedication that created a successful school system through many times of success and growth. This scholarship is given on the basis of the student graduating from a St. Tammany Parish public school, attending a Louisiana-funded college or university, having good character, and excelling in extra class activities and meeting a minimum academic standard. Tonight, on behalf of the Leonard P. Montleon Scholarship Board of Trustees, I proudly present a $1,000 scholarship to two students from Covington High School. This year's recipients are Miss Sierra Crump and Mr. Jeffrey Brown. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Folse, and congratulations to you, Jeffrey Brown and Sierra Crump. It is an honor to have Ms. Gail Sloan, Superintendent of St. Tammany Parish Schools, as our guest tonight. Ms. Sloan, we will be pleased to have you address our graduates.
Graduates, as we celebrate a positive culmination to this part of your educational journey, it's a good time to look back at the events that have filled these years. As you began first grade, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was published, the first of J.K. Rowling's hugely popular Harry Potter series. The books awakened many to an avid interest in reading and may have engaged some of you in Harry's fictional adventures. That same year, Tiger Woods was the youngest golfer to win the Masters tournament, and he became a real-life hero to millions of youngsters as he set a strong example of what can be achieved by those who discover and build upon their strengths. Although you began your school days with these innocent preoccupations, more serious matters quickly followed. By fifth grade, the World Trade Center attacks changed Americans' view of freedom and security forever. By ninth grade, Hurricane Katrina would bring new lessons and losses even closer to home. And now, as you finish your high school experience, serious economic news takes center stage. As you graduate and prepare for a new chapter in your journey, you are learning that life holds a variety of blessings and challenges. That is not likely to change no matter the times in which a person lives. What does matter is how you prepare for, embrace, and handle what your life will bring. There are some steps that you can take to better equip yourselves for what lies ahead. Build on your educational foundation with further learning and training. Stay close to your families and friends while being open to new people who will further enrich your lives. And be true to the character traits that have already begun to steer you. Listen to your moral compass and that inner voice that tells you right from wrong. Include faith and constancy in your lives. Build a good life for yourselves and for those with whom you will share your lives. And try to leave the world a better place. Good luck to all of you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Sloan. At this time, honor graduate Megan Hefty will present the Honor Graduates Challenge.
Class of 2009, high school is comfortable. It is something with which we are familiar and have grown to know inside and out. Well, we finally reached an ending to that world of comfort, an ending that is really only a beginning, the beginning of a future filled with unknown circumstances. Now that we are facing the unfamiliar, we must not be afraid to be uncomfortable, as long as it is the good, exciting uncomfortable of trying something new. We must take risks, for we will only discover our hidden character by challenging ourselves and by deciding to push ourselves beyond our comfort zones. It doesn't matter where each of us is headed. If we embrace the challenges that are placed before us, we will find beautiful qualities buried deep inside ourselves. A simple-minded friend from the 100-acre woods by the name of Winnie the Pooh once said, "How would it be if as soon as we're out of sight of this pit, we try to find it again?" "And what's the good of that?" said Rabbit. "Well," said Pooh Bear, "we keep looking for home and not finding it. So I thought that if we looked for this pit, we'd be sure not to find it, which would be a good thing, because then we might find something that we weren't looking for, which might be just what we were looking for, really." Class of 2009, I challenge you to face the unfamiliarities that arise in your path and choose to embrace them with the knowledge that they are opportunities to discover a better self. Thank you.
Graduates, before I hand out diplomas, I'd like to take a moment to say a few words. Normally, I use this time to reflect on the year, tell you how much you've meant to Covington High, and challenge you for the future. I believe I've done this with you guys on various occasions all throughout the year. Instead, I would like to use my time and combine it with the time I usually take to acknowledge special guests you have invited. And I'd like to do this by telling a story. It's called the Heart Test. Many of you may have heard it. I think it's a pretty relevant story for the guests we're going to be recognizing. As she stood in front of her 5th grade class on the very first day of school, she told the children an untruth. Like most teachers, she looked at her students and told them that she loved them all the same. However, that was impossible, because there in the front row, slumped over in his seat, was a little boy named Teddy Stoddard. Mrs. Thompson had watched Teddy the year before and noticed that he did not play well with the other children, that his clothes was messy, and that he constantly needed a bath. In addition, Teddy could be very unpleasant. It got to the point where Miss Thompson would actually take delight in marking his papers with a broad red pen, marking a bold X, and putting a big F at the top of his papers. At the school where Mrs. Thompson taught, she was required to review each child's past record, and she put Teddy's off until last. However, when she reviewed his file, she was in for a surprise. Teddy's first grade teacher wrote, "Teddy's a bright child with a ready laugh. He does his work neatly and has good manners. He is a joy to be around." His second grade teacher wrote, "Teddy is an excellent student, well liked by his classmates, but is troubled because his mother has a terminal illness and life at home must be a struggle." His third grade teacher wrote, "His mother's death has been hard on him. He tries to do his best, but his father is unable to show much interest, and his home life will soon affect him if some steps aren't taken." Teddy's fourth grade teacher wrote, "Teddy is withdrawn and does not show much interest in school. He doesn't have many friends, and he sometimes sleeps in class." By now, Ms. Thompson realized the problem, and she was ashamed of herself. She felt even worse when her students brought her Christmas presents wrapped in beautiful ribbons and bright paper, except for Teddy's. His present was clumsily wrapped in the heavy brown paper that he got from a grocery bag. Ms. Thompson took pains to open it in the middle of the other presents. Some of the children started to laugh when she found a rhinestone bracelet with some of the stones missing, and a bottle that was 1/4 full of perfume. But she stifled the children's laughter when she exclaimed how pretty the bracelet was, putting it on and dabbing some of the perfume on her wrist. Teddy Stoddard stayed after school that day just long enough to say, "Miss Thompson, today you smell just like my mom used to." After the children left, she cried for at least an hour. On that very day, she quit teaching reading, quit teaching writing, and quit teaching arithmetic. Instead, she began to teach children. Ms. Thompson paid particular attention to Teddy. As she worked with him, his mind seemed to come alive. The more she encouraged him, the faster he responded. By the end of the year, Teddy had become one of the smartest children in the class, and despite her lie, she would love all the children the same. Teddy became one of her teacher's pets. A year later, she found a note under her door from Teddy telling her that she was still the best teacher he ever had in his whole life. 6 years went by before she got another note from Teddy. He then wrote that he had finished high school, third in his class, and she was still the best teacher he ever had in life. 4 years later, she got another letter saying that while things had been tough at times, he stayed in school, had stuck with it, and would soon graduate from college with the highest of honors. He assured Ms. Thompson that she was still the best and favorite teacher he ever had in his whole life. Then 4 more years passed, and yet another letter came. This time he explained that he had got his bachelor's degree, decided to go a little further. The letter explained that she was still the best and favorite teacher he ever had, but now his name was a little longer. The letter was signed Theodore F. Stoddard, M.D. You see, the story doesn't end here. Yet another letter that spring, Teddy said he had met this girl and was going to be married. He explained that his father had died a couple of years ago and was wondering if Mrs. Thompson might agree to sit at the wedding in the place that was usually reserved for the mother of the groom. Of course, Miss Thompson did. And guess what? She wore the bracelet, the one with several rhinestones missing. Moreover, she made sure she was wearing the perfume that Teddy remembered his mother wearing on their last Christmas together. They hugged each other, and Dr. Stoddard whispered in Miss Thompson's ear, saying, "Thank you, Miss Thompson, for believing in me. Thank you so much for making me feel important and showing me that I could make a difference." Mrs. Thompson, with tears in her eyes, whispered back. She said, "Teddy, you have it all wrong. You were the one who taught me that I could make a difference. I did not know how to teach until I met you." With us tonight are some additional distinguished guests. Our graduates were given the opportunity to invite one educator from their past or present who has made a difference in the course of their long journey to get to this night. Some of these invited guests are our faculty seated on the floor, and many of them are seated to my right in the audience as well in the audience elsewhere. And while the circumstances may have been different than those of Teddy Stoddard, I believe that each of you have acknowledged these guests because they are to you the best teacher you ever had in your whole life. At this time, I ask that these special teachers please stand to be recognized. Thank you, and thank you for making a difference. The transcripts of all the members of the class of 2009 have been reviewed and certified by school officials and the Louisiana State Department of Education. All present are eligible to receive a high school diploma. Mrs. Mizell and Mrs. McCullum, Covington High Assistant Principals, will now assist me in awarding the diplomas. When your name is called, please come forward. Audience members, please hold your applause until the end so that family members and friends of the graduates have the opportunity to hear each graduate's name called. All parents here deserve to hear the recognition of their graduate.
Caitlin Elise Monroe. Megan Albright Hefty. Jennifer Margaret Watkins. Margot Marie Hoagland. Max Alexander Welch. Jeffrey Daniel Brown. Casey Sloan Moser. Brady Dwight King. Emily Catherine Smith. Rachel Ann Smith. Tiffany Lynn Goday. Corinne Alyssa Monroe. Matthew Edwin Haskins. Carrie Elizabeth Heidemann. Lauren Elizabeth Jenkins. Joseph Zachary Landry. Jessica Lynn Miller. Sierra Nicole Crump. Stephanie Rosalie Rayborn. Lauren Marie Pennington. Ashley Elizabeth Adams. Ariel Danielle Aguilard. Jose Luis Argosia Duarte. Kimberly Patrice Alexander. Marissa Elizabeth Alvaro. Patrick Lawrence Amy. Paige Christina Araby. Ashton Erica Armand. Christopher Lloyd Arnaud II. Joseph Jerry Babin III. Jasmine Nicole Bayham. Kyle Lewis Barfield. Brittany Amelia Barker. Kayla Noel Barnhill. Jahir Eduardo Barros. Luke Cor Bodion. Leslie Ray Bear. Kayla Marie Bobuff. Robert Joseph Bellany III. Brandon Kyle Bennett. Sarah Catherine Berardi. Stephanie McHale Best. Ethan Emil Bitter. Mary Elizabeth Bivens. Neil Gerard Blanchard Jr. Colt Dylan Blocker. Corey Jacob Bollmeyer. Christopher Allen Booth Jr. Jordan Michael Boudreau. Zoe Johanna Bouye. John William Bro. Scott Michael Bro. Jessica Nicole Bridges. Jillian Morgan Brown. Blake Allen Brule. Brett Thomas Brule. Colt Lewis Brule. Brittany Ann Brune. Blake Austin Brubacher. Sean Douglas Burns. Christopher Andrew Callahan. Julian Armand Candelora. Christopher Lee Cassidy. Karame Hernandez Castaneda. Heather Alexandria Chandler Moore. Quanice Kiwana Chapman. Jonathan Cody Clemens. Russell Wayne Cole Jr. Alyssa Noel Kalana. Elizabeth Ann Cooper. Cody Matthew Couch. Dante Christopher Kuzan. Brett Joseph Cox. Joshua Darren Craddock. Bo Jacob Crawford. Lauren Mary Elizabeth Crespo. David Keith Crockett. Ashley Crabitty III. Alicia Michelle Cusio. Nicholas Ryan Culbertson. Jamaria Alencia Cyprian. Miria Denise Cyprian. Gloria Beatrice Darby. Emily Lauren Dahl. Fernando Luis Davis. Rhonda Ray Davis. David Kenneth Dawsey. Andrew Michael DeLuca. Joshua Paul Duvall. Leswin Manny Deming. Sylvia Leticia Diaz. Alan Carl Didier. Brittany Nixon. Christina Nicole Dixon. Miranda Colleen Doherty. Samantha Karen Dufresne. Ashton Rial Duncan. Justin Michael Dunaway. Zachary Michael Dune. Megan Elizabeth DuPont. Heather Kristen Dutrouche. Zachary Beauregard Eason. Blake Ryan Elam. Gage Trenton Eminees. Kevin Michael Fabre. Brian Christopher Fabregas. Chad Joseph Fabregas. Jean-Pierre Faget. Timothy O'Brien Falgout. Mallory Ann Fandle. Kaylee Irene Fungi. Margaret Mary Fink. Katie Margaret Fitzmaurice. Jennifer Lynn Fitzsimons. Kendra Faith Fleming. Alicia Rebecca Folse. Joshua Ryan Fontan. Wesley Clay Joseph Fontan. Kristen Lynn Marie Forrester. Markel Anthony Foster. Michael Thomas Foster. Jillian Faith Frazier. Mariah Michelle Frazier. Morgan Rebecca Freeman. Rachel Ann Frericks. Jesse Riley Frey. Rance Roland Fry. Corey Matthew Ferguson. Molly Marie Fusel. Johanna Noel Gallo. Corey Mitchell Galloway. David Joseph Gambino. Sean Anthony Gansarsic. Aaron William Garfield. Courtney Ann Garrett. Lafreda Octavia Garrett. Shakari Akila Brianna Garrett. Brittany Lynn Goday. Jennifer Violet Gilhouse. Brock Jonathan Giovenco. Julian Antoine Gordon. David Lawrence Gray. Barry Alexander Grinnell. Christine Margaret Grunder. Andrew Christopher Gillette. Max Christian Gertner. Quentin Avery Harper. LaShawna Danae Harrison. Casey Lee Abair. Evan Patrick Heinz. Amanda Danielle Haino. Matthew Hudson Hernandez. Mary Caitlin Higgins. Corey Himes. Christopher Ray Holden. Adam Lavelle Holland. Mercedes Lintrell Hufkin. George Henry Horseman IV. Caitlin Lauren Huffman. Kaylin Blaine Hunt. Logan Joseph Hunt. Nicole Marie Hurst. Elena Rayanne Jacobs. Jordan Tyler Jarrell. Mark Hess Janson. Joshua James Jeffers. Ariane Annette Jenkins. Ashley Nicole Jenkins. Jessica Blake Jenkins. Cole Allen Johnson. Jeffrey Eugene Joyner. Whitney Ashley Keating. Jonathan Cale Keene. Erin Lindsay Kennedy. Jacob Seaberth Ketty. Jordan Ryan Keefe. Joel Michael Kilpatrick. Bailey Janvier King. Katie Elizabeth Knight. Brandon Michael Kraft. Jessica Ray Krebs. Nicholas James Kubrick. Faith Kramer Lagarde. Andrew Joseph Lassane. Hannah Genevieve Levine. Kyle Ledford. Darren Joseph Lee Jr. Cody Matthew Lejean. Corey Michael Lido. Kaylin Marie Lacardi. Travis Scott Long. Kristen Michelle Lopez. Megan Victoria Lopez. Caitlin Elizabeth Lapinto. Cody Michael Lozier. Sarah Nicole Lukey. Matthew Anthony Mall. Tabitha Renee Majesty. Sophie Gabriella McClary. Mary Ann Malbrough. Tyler Harvey Marcelan, Kevin Paul Martino, Brandon Nacy Mathern, Emily Michelle Matisse, Michael Ellis Matthew Jr., Shamika Yvonne May, Mary Catherine Marone, Mark Douglas McCain, Matthew James McCormick, Griffin Patrick McDonald, Leslie Ann McDonald, Kim Quill Rakara McDowell, Matthew Tyler McHenry, Brad Michael McIntyre, Michael Thayer McKieran, Samantha Lee McLean, Danielle Marie McMaster, Allie Elizabeth McPherson, Colby Wayne Miners, Melissa Catherine Merritt, Kristen Lee Miller, Randy Lee Moore, Sydney Elizabeth Moran, Jessica Ann Moreno, Zachary Scott Morris, Rachel Renee Moss, Gretchen Constant Mueller, Wayne Michael Murphy, Michael Corey Neeb, Justin Patrick Newberry, Amelia Elizabeth Newman, Nam Hua Nguyen, Paul Dexter Nixon Jr., Jordan Elizabeth Ullman, Justin Paul Ullman, Jessica Lauren Offner, Lacey Shadon O'Keefe, Caleb Joshua Ola, Richard Blake Otto, Zebulon Paul Overmeyer, Ashley Elizabeth Parker, Bradley Thomas Peck, Alexis Denise Pellegrin, Blake Matthew Pellegrin, Miracle Brianna Penn, Farron Monique Perkins, Thomas Allen Peters II, Ryan Martin Pierre, Blake Anthony Pike, Raven Lee Plesha, Sarah Elizabeth Plum, Megan Martha Poole, Rebecca Eileen Pareto, Chloe Catherine Prentice, Claude Augustus Pritchett V, Melissa Ann Probst, Brittany Estabana Quesada, Kevin Matthew Rabelais, Joshua John Reeson, Brittany Chantal Reeves, Kaylee Christine Reeves, Erica Centrell Richardson, Corey Michael Ricks, Jordan Matthew Rivers, Marguerite Claire Robert, Ray Cathcart Robles, Kerry Allen Rogers, Jennifer Michelle Roan, Kimberly Joanne Rollins, Michael Robert Rusi, Kayla McCule Rushing, Mandy Elizabeth Rushing, Elvin Joseph Ryan, Brandy Nicole Safford, Rafael Francisco Salcedo Jr., Jade Ashley Sanzone, Sarah Elizabeth Sasso, Jules Wesley Saunier III, Marcy Ann Schaefer, Carolyn Marie Schenk, Jared Edward Shorley, Alex Thomas Sherb, Charles William Scott, Paige Lynn Scuderi, Sarah Claire Seither, Danielle Jamie Sinez. Jillian Mariah Sinez. Gabrielle Lee Sessom. Lacey Danielle Sharp. Jessica Renee Shockley. Aaron Wayne Sims. Delia Jean Sitnick. Kenneth Adam Smith Jr. Marie Nicole Smith. Molly Lizanne Smith. Sheila Saunier. Jessica Lynn Sorbet. Joyce Ariana Spicer. Joshua Bradley Stampley. Lisa Marie Stanga. Diana Gail Stanley. Jenna Marie Stanton. Charmaine Savon Steele. Justin Robert Stein. Samantha Marie Stein. Hannah Nicole Steinhauer. Ethan Kane Stogner. Christopher James Stonecipher. Latricia Sierra Michonne Stormer. Logan Christopher Sumrall. Jordan Marie Taylor. Matthew Ace Taylor. Molly Francis Taylor. Megan Michelle Thigpen. Jacob Dannon Thomas. Christian Albert Thompson. Laura Virginia Thompson. Raymond Gerard Toops III. April Chantel Treadwell. Whitney Marie Treadwell. Christina Amanda Treg. Kristen Deanne Trombatore. Dominique Antron Turner. Dexter Cody Van. Christine Michelle Venable. Mary Kathleen Venable. Charnay Javon Vick. Stephen Allen Wagner. Jeremy Rashad Walker. Allison Lee Wall. Lindy Jean Walpole. Erin Cole Waltrip. Ashley Nicole Warner. Keone Ruth Washington. Colton Michael Wascom. Chavase Elmer Weary. James David Wells II. Chelsea Marie Whitehead. Victoria Lee Whitsett. Kaylee Michelle Wilbert. Courtney Olivia Williams. Marshawn Rashad Williams. Alyssa Lynn Wosner. Taylor Marie Wosner. Kaya Nicole Worley. Justin Allen Wright. Kalen Jamal Wright. Kirsten Elizabeth York. Anastasia Young. Brittany Denise Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2009. Graduates, guests, please rise for the benediction to be led by honor graduate Matthew Haskins.
Please bow your head. Dear God, as our time at Covington High draws to a close, We thank you for the adventures we have experienced and the joy that we have had. As a class, we have matured over the last 4 years, sharing many wonderful, though often difficult challenges. We thank you all for the friends and loved ones who have helped us along our way. May you richly bless them for their undying commitment to ensuring our success as graduates. We also thank you for the trials and the hardships. It is through the difficult times that we are strengthened in our faith, and we are grateful for perseverance to continue to strive toward the prize in your kingdom. As we go our separate ways, we ask for your presence to go with us, and that your Spirit will guide us on wherever life may take us. We ask this in your name. Amen.
You may be seated. Graduates, thank you for the your contributions to Covington High School. As graduates, you will always be a member of the Covington High School family. You will now be considered a member of a distinguished group, the Covington High Alumni. There are many members of this distinguished group. Many of them are parents and grandparents and faculty members as well. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge other members you are now associated with. Would all of the audience members, family, friends, and faculty who are Covington High School graduates please stand at this time so that our new alumni know who you are. Class of 2009, we welcome you to this group as Covington High School alumni. Thank you. I will now ask senior chorus students and the CHS showstoppers to please come forward. I want everyone to please rise and join in the singing of our alma mater, led by the chorus students and accompanied by the Covington High School Concert Band. The lyrics are printed in your program, and we ask that you join in by singing. Thank you. You may be seated again. Graduates, I am now ready to release the faculty. As the faculty members leave, please help me show our appreciation for the efforts they have made to help you reach this milestone. Faculty members seated on the floor, please stand and leave our students, for we have done our part to bring our graduates here today. Class of 2009 graduates, we, the faculty of Covington High School, have provided you with the educational experiences that will serve as the roots by which you can continue to grow. Audience members, let us now give our graduates the chance to commemorate this experience by celebrating to their class song, "I'm Not Gonna Cry." Graduates, you may celebrate.
Sunday shoes, cap and gown, the whole town gathered around. Waited 18 years, it's all coming down to this. I scan the crowd and it fills my soul. My best friends all here in rows. No turning back now, it's time to walk that line. This tassel is gonna turn, but when the moment passes by, we'll just walk away, then slowly grow apart. But I'm not gonna cry, no, not one sad or happy tear. Well, I've waited my whole life. Now I'm gonna fly right out of here. It's a bittersweet goodbye, but I'm not gonna cry.
Okay, graduates, please remain in position and follow the stage guests in the recessional. Family and friends of our graduates, we thank you for being here tonight. This concludes our commencement.